The Nebraska State Fair volunteers. What can we say except for wow? This past year, over 800 volunteers gave over 14,000 hours to make the Nebraska State Fair the very best it can be. The volunteer program is the envy of fairs and expos nationwide. How do you do it, they ask. The simple answer is we don't, but you do. It's the giving nature of all of you who volunteer. Volunteers are our ambassadors to fairgoers, the ones who open the doors, greet with smiles, and those who work behind the scenes to make sure everything comes off without a hitch. Two of those volunteers are John and Linda Dahlstrom. Aside from being just a cute couple, Linda has volunteered for all 6 years the State Fair has been in Grand Island, and John for 5.
She volunteered the first year, and she would come home excited all the time, and I didn't think it was right that she should have all that much fun, so the next year I was standing in line to be a volunteer.
Friendly competition aside, Linda describes how they became interested in the volunteer program.
We live very close here, so we watched the buildings go up, and we were so excited about it just for the fact that we have a lot of pride in where we live, and to have the State Fair move to Grand Island was a fantastic thing.
And she tells us what she likes best.
The excitement of it and the idea of helping people from all around the state and the country. I mean, we've met lots of people from everywhere.
John likes the heart of the State Fair, agriculture.
Well, you have to admit that the food and the entertainment are really the big things. But for me personally, it's every year I learn something more about Nebraska agriculture, about the animals that are showed, those various kind of agri-economy activities that most of us really don't get a chance to see when we live in cities.
Both the Dahlstroms love what they do for the Nebraska State Fair.
I like to volunteer for lots of different jobs, and I've done probably about everything. So any time that I can have that first contact with people and to get them excited, because I know that my enthusiasm is infectious.
Well, it's exciting to be part of all the activity. It's so rewarding that you find a niche maybe the first year, and you will look forward to that every year, and it just gets more exciting. And then the next thing is to get involved in the 1868 Foundation.
First of all, there's a job for everyone. So if you need to have a sit-down job, you can request that. If you like to be out and about with people, you can request that. It's only a 4-hour shift, so you can come in and do just 4 hours at your convenience in the morning, afternoon, or evening. And also, you can volunteer once or you can volunteer all 11 days.
And the one person who has the pulse on the entire volunteer program is State Fair Volunteer Coordinator Casey Bartles.
The most exciting part of the fair in 2016 for me is getting to know all of you, but also it's seeing what the fair is bringing to Grand Island, to the community, and what the displays and the entertainment is going to be.
This just in. Ben Murphy and David Zumrum will have company on the volunteer tribute this year. John Woolman has joined the illustrious few, clocking in with more than 300 hours. And now, back to our regular program.
I think if you're thinking about becoming a volunteer, the most exciting thing for me is getting to meet so many different people in so many different areas and getting to be involved in something that has such a big impact on the community.
That's right, an economic impact of over $20 million. In our electronic surveys we take every year, 90% of our fairgoers believe that our volunteer service to our guests is good to excellent, and that is impressive. If you've never volunteered before, we ask that you join us. For all of you who have, we cannot thank you enough. The Nebraska State Fair, the nation's most innovative exhibition, focusing on interactive agriculture and educational experiences, promoting families, fun, and Nebraska pride.